Step into a world of adventure and join our players in Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We are thrilled to have you, but we'd be even more thrilled if you became a patron of our podcast on Patreon. I'm Dungeon Lord Jay, and this is Quest.
Cam here. I don't know how you missed last week, but a lot happened. We walked into a room last week where there was an orc and a flaming fist and a damn mind flayer. There was a red-haired, fabulous-looking man laying on the floor. We talked with grace and poise and talked our way out of a situation that should have been extremely violent, but thanks to, I guess, Elle and myself, obviously, we found a way out of the situation without anyone getting hurt. We then escorted the escort out of the dungeon at the bottom and walked our way up into a house? Magic Dan, quick on his feet, talked our way out of there, and we made it to the street. Floon, for some reason, enjoyed the taste of horse piss on his mouth as he kissed the streets, and we made our way down to the yawning portal once again, where we were met by Volvo Tapatino. We returned Floon to his friend, and there was a joyous moment between them. I didn't want to read too much into it, but they were very excited. And then, unfortunately, Volvo tried to back his way out of a contract. But he did have something nice to offer us in return. A house. A very expensive house, but a house. We graciously took him up on the offer and spent a night drinking. At one point or another, we talked to a reporter, and Elle and Dan gave out way too much information. And now we might have our names out there for a bunch of thugs to come and sleep with our necks open. After a night of gratuitous binge drinking, we found ourselves in the morning walking up to the house to see the house that we've now inherited through this contract. And let me tell you, it needs some work.
Taylen, Elle, Magic Dan, and Cam approach a once illustrious manor house that now lies in shambles. 4 stories tall and boasting several balconies and chimneys. Its corner turret rises ominously above the neighboring shops and houses. Most of the windows are smashed and boarded up. The shutters hang loosely, the roof is sinking, and the siding is gray and molding. Above the doorway, an old sign hangs askew, one chain loosened, bearing the faded words, Troll Skull Manor, etched in the wood. Standing in front of the building is Volothamp Gidarm, Renaer Neverember, and the worse-for-wear Floon Blagmar. Beside them, waiting patiently, is a tiefling woman wearing an oversized, long black robe of a magistrate of the city. Noticing your approach, Volo perks up. Ah, speaking of the devils, there they are now.
Well, hey there, feller. How are you?
I'm doing very good, thank you.
Well, this was not quite the picture I was envisioning, Volvo.
Yeah, this house sucks.
It's a Volo, and I know it's not much from the outside, but it has a character, and it's in a great neighborhood. The tiefling woman sort of clears her throat, the magistrate, and she will present some documents for the group of you. If you will please sign here.
Just give me a moment. I don't sign anything without reading it, and I'd like to take a look over and just see what I'm signing.
It's basically a transfer of ownership document. You will read it over. Everything seems sound. Volo has already signed it. However, at the very bottom, there is a 10 gold fee.
And, Volo, I'm assuming you're covering this fee for transfership, right?
Oh, there's a fee. I didn't know about the fee. Renaer will perk up and say, I have it. Don't worry about it.
Renaer, you are so kind. I can see why Elle stuck around you. Maybe some of your kind ways will brush off on him.
Yeah, real glad you didn't get murdered.
I am too.
Well, the both of you.
Everything was perfectly platonic.
I'm assuming we all need to sign?
That is to your discretion.
Taylen will pick up the quill, sign his name as extravagant.
Ooh, me next. Now home property again.
I guess we're doing this, and L signs his name to the deed.
I'm assuming Magic Dan signs Magic Dan, the Magic Man, at the end of it.
He does sign only the Magic Dan, the practical magic man, because he hates his last name.
The magistrate will read it over, roll up the scroll, and bow to all of you, and she will leave, leaving the group of you standing in front of a decrepit manor house with Volo, Floon, and Renair.
You said there was a lock on the gate, right?
There is no gate. There is a lock on the door. Trauma.
So, Volo, how about a tour of the house?
Yes, I will note, this place wasn't completely unwanted. I had some competition when the city put this deed up for auction. There was a funny little man. I can't remember his name. Anyways, yes, come see. There is a tap room.
Oh, yeah, that's where we're going first, everybody. Come on. Here are the dogs.
Do you have the key to the house?
Oh, yes, all right. Vala will produce the key and hand it out to someone. As you guys make your way through the weeds and tall grass, you have to sort of push your way like a jungle safari to get through. You get up onto the front porch. It's a relatively nice porch. There once was a rocking chair sitting there, but is now crumpled into nothingness. Everybody make acrobatics checks.
Cam got a 5.
Taylen got a 10.
16 for L.
11 for Magic Dan.
Cam, you step towards the front door to unlock it, and your foot goes through the decking boards of the porch.
Oh, fucking fairies of the Feywild!
Watch yourself there, friend.
Cam, you all right?
I'll be fine. And I'm like turn and look to Volo with like a very glaring look on my face, and then turn back around and like pull my leg out of the like collapsed board underneath my feet and make my way further towards that lock on the porch.
You must be more careful.
Oh, thanks for stating the obvious there.
You unlock the chain padlock around the door and open it up. Stepping inside, the scent of pungent mildew and sour beer hits your nostrils immediately.
Oh, that's so gross.
This is worse than the fucking goblin.
An old, dusty hearth inhabits the east side of the room. A large circle of mold grows on the floor, fed by a steady drip of water from the cracked plaster ceiling. In the northeast corner, there is a doorway to a wooden staircase with several broken steps leading up to the second floor. A doorway to the south of the hearth leads into a small privy room, the smell of which, even with the door closed, is overwhelming. Shattered glass and broken shelves surround the bar. To the east is a padlocked hatch to the basement. To the south, the kitchen.
I think I immediately make my way towards the locked door to the basement and turn around and say, Volo, you don't have a key for this now, do you?
I don't think I do. I just had the one.
Elle, I think you're up.
Okay, I'm going to try. And I'm going to go try to see if I can pick the lock on the basement door.
Sure. While you're attempting that, what would everyone else like to do?
Well, Meowsalini, it's time to explore your new space. And I take Meowsalini out of my coat and just kind of drop him on the ground. And he just kind of roams around doing cat stuff.
You said there was a bar?
Yes.
I'm going to make my way to the bar.
Elle, roll a Thieves' Tools check, please.
18.
You spend a moment with this rusty padlock on this cellar door, and it takes you a little while, but eventually you hear it click. As it clicks, Tay, you're walking towards the bar. A plate that was left on top of a shelf suddenly slams against the wall.
What was that?
What was what? I just opened the lock.
Something smashed over here.
Yeah, that's the house.
No, there's like a whole bunch of plate bits on the ground over here. What the hell was that? Volo, if this house is haunted, I swear by the gods.
I don't very much like ghosts very much either.
Who are we going to call about these ghosts?
The cellar is unlocked.
All right, who's going in the cellar?
At the bottom, you can see a set of stairs that leads down into this cellar. It's a little cramped of a space. You'd have to duck to get down the stairs. And at the bottom is a sort of damp stone cellar.
I mean, I can go down there if y'all want me to.
Yeah, you volunteered. Hey, he volunteered. Didn't you hear that, El?
Damn it.
Tay, come on down. I threw the light down for you.
You're up, buddy.
At the bottom, you enter into a cramped cellar. The smell of acrid ale and mold is almost overwhelming. Dozens of broken casks and barrels line the walls with thick cobwebs that hang from the ceiling. To the west is an arched doorway that leads to another room beyond. On the south wall is a surprisingly unbroken mirror.
Dan, I found some alcohol.
Oh, cool.
Come on down.
I'm coming. Where's the alcohol? All I see is a stupid mirror.
There's barrels behind us.
Wait. Oh, let's see if any of them are any good. And I start kind of like testing the barrels. Like, they have little taps on the front, I assume.
They're mostly broken.
Oh, there ain't nothing in these.
As you investigate the mirror, you will see it is covered in cobwebs and dust. However, written in the dust, with what looks like probably a fingertip, is the words, "Last Call."
It's not kind of funky that mirror has that written on it.
What's it got written on it?
Yeah, it looks like it says last call.
Like for the night, for the bar?
That's what I'm going to assume and not assume anything deeper about it. Magic Dan's been around far too long to get taken in by some sort of magic mirror trying to screw with you.
You focus your mind, and you cast Detect Magic. And as you do, you take in any source of magic around you, and there is none.
Oh, okay. I guess somebody just wrote that on a mirror to scare the crap out of somebody in the future. One time, I left like 3 silver pieces in a box and got really hammered and forgot about it, just knowing I'd find it later. And then when I did, 10 years later, I was like...
Cam, you ascend the stairs, these creaky wooden stairs, and Renaer and Valo go with you. The staircase in the tap room leads to a large common room on the second floor. This room is sparsely decorated. Hooks and nails on the walls suggest that many paintings used to hang in this room. A pair of old chairs and a small table are pushed up against the west side. A cabinet once sat beneath the east window, but has been smashed to pieces. Intact doors lead north to a den and south to 2 bedrooms. A boarded-up door to the west leads out onto a balcony overhanging the entrance. A dark, squeaky staircase in the southwest corner leads up to the 3rd floor.
I think I'd like to check out both of these bedrooms, so I'm going to make my way over there and take the first bedroom I can see towards me, just take a look at it.
This bedroom resembles a room you might find in any inn or boarding house. Only the 4-post bed is sunk into the floor, and the mattress is moldy and damp.
I think this will be Elle's room. Let's check the other. And I'll turn around like regarding Renaer and Volo and just be like, we should check the other room.
That's a good idea. The frame around the door of this room is splintered, as if it had been once locked and then forced open. It's otherwise completely empty.
I think this is Dan's room. And then I'll walk out of that room, and I think I'll go check out the den. I want to see what's going on in there.
The door to the den is ajar. You pull it open, and beams of light flood in from the cobwebbed, boarded windows that surround the curved wall of this room. A frayed, musty carpet adorns the center of the room, as well as several broken tables and stools. A large portion of the floor heavily sags to the east, with an equally sagging ceiling above. A doorway to the north leads out onto a wood-railed balcony overlooking Sardoon Street. The railings are heavily damaged. A second doorway leads to a similar balcony overlooking the alley. So there's 2 doorways in here. One leads to another balcony. The other one leads to another balcony. So there's a bunch of balconies, but they're all boarded up.
I think I'm going to take a look and just see if this sagging looks like it was like from mold or wear on these boards, if I can take a look.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
15.
You can tell that it's mostly water damage.
I think I'm going to look to Volo and I'm going to say, do you know any more about the previous owner of this house? It looks like he was either very drunk or very angry when he lived here.
All that I know is what the Renaer told me.
Oh, well, Renaer, what was this man like? Like, it looks like he might have been an angry person.
Renaer will sort of shrug, and he'll say, from all that I've heard, is just rumors.
All right, well, I'm going to have to dig into that at some point, but Let's keep exploring. Let's check the next floor.
We cut back to Magic Dan, El, Tay, and Floon.
Do you think this is drinkable?
I don't know. Why don't you try it?
Why don't you try it?
You try it.
No, you.
Hey, Floon, you want to try something?
I would love to.
All right, give this a swig.
Thank you so much. He will take a drink and immediately vomit all over the floor. Why did you give this to me?
What it tastes like?
Vinegar.
Oh, it's converted all the way to vinegar. Yeah, that'll happen.
We got plenty of vinegar to cook with.
Ooh, oh man, I could pickle so many eggs.
All the boiled eggs.
Oh man, this is gonna be good for old Magic Dan. He's gonna eat like a king.
Magic Dan loves pickled eggs. The other room in the cellar is just an old wine cellar. It's filled with empty wine shelves.
Okay, I have an idea. Floon, hey, could you cover your ears for a minute?
Floon, earmuffs.
I'm beginning to not trust you fellows.
Well, then you're probably gonna want to cover your ears.
He covers his ears.
Okay, why don't we talk to Cam about getting this place kind of insured, and then an accident occurs, and it burns down.
I know fire magic.
Exactly. I mean, that's got to happen like all the time, right? Like somebody's like, oops, my spell. And then they burn a place down.
Maybe not the day they get it.
Oh, yeah, fair.
I'll give Floon the thumbs up.
He was just humming and singing an old nursery rhyme to himself.
Yeah, I'm going to go back upstairs and see if we can check out the rest of the house.
Yeah, I'll follow suit.
You all make your way up to the second floor as Cam is just finishing his investigation of the second floor.
Why do you think the ghosts were mad that we went down there?
Ghosts are weird like that. They get mad over the dumbest things. They're like, oh, you built a house over my grave. Like, who cares?
Maybe there's a secret room down there.
You think this was built on a graveyard?
Yes, they moved the tombstones, but they didn't move the bodies. I'm just kidding. But there could be like a passage to the sewers like we found in that one feller's house.
Great.
Vernair will say, do you guys really think this place is haunted?
No.
I've definitely seen stranger things.
I'm going to minor illusion a small hand and put it on Floon's shoulder.
He doesn't notice for a severely long time.
Floon, what's that on your shoulder?
By LaRue!
We got you.
Floon cries and exits downstairs. What have you done? That was my friend.
It's okay. He's better down there. I'm sure of it.
You are all so rude.
Yeah, we're just having some fun there. It's all right.
Renair will say, I'll go talk to him. And Renair will go downstairs.
But anyway, Volvo, I swear, if this house is haunted, I'm going to stuff you all the way into that hat.
By the way, Al, I found you a room.
Where is it?
All the way at the end of the hallway. I'm going to go check out upstairs, but that should be yours. It's elegant and it suits you just well.
I'm going to walk over to the room and open the door. Oh my god, it has a bed in it.
How's it smell?
Fucking gross.
So no change from the rest of the house, I see.
Cam, you make your way to the third floor. Does anyone follow?
Yeah, I'd like to go up with him.
Yeah.
You all go?
Yeah.
You make your way up the stairs to a hallway that spans pretty much the length of the house. It is barely furnished and has a door that leads to 2 bedrooms, a privy, and a library or a study. And there is a narrow, very narrow staircase that leads up to the 4th floor.
I think I'm going to make my way to the 2 bedrooms again. I think Cam's on a mission right now to find the nicest room in the house for himself, so.
Are there any books on the shelves?
You want to check out the study?
I'll join Tay with that.
Cam, you open the door to the north bedroom. This old, musty bedroom features a small reading nook in the turret, which is that curved wall that you had seen in the floor below in the den, is now a sunlit reading nook. One of the windows is smashed and not boarded, and it provides a much-needed breath of air in this room. The shredded mattress on the bed frame and numerous droppings suggest that a family of rats may live here. In the ceiling of the turret is a firmly locked hatch that leads to the peak of the turret.
I think I'm going to look at it and make a note that there's like a locked hatch on the top, and I'm going to look around, see the droppings, and say, this is a job for Meowsalini. I will not stay here, and kind of turn myself around and go towards the other bedroom.
Magic Dan and Tay go to check out the study. As you enter the room, it is immediately apparent that this was some sort of library. A heavy desk sits beneath the window. The south wall is covered in bookshelves. though only a few dusty old books remain. Unlit oil lamps and peeling wallpaper decorate the walls that aren't lined with bookshelves.
Well, looks like a couple books survived.
I wonder what they're about.
I don't know. I'll grab one, you grab the other.
You go left, I'll go right.
As you pass by the desk, you will note that there is a crude design on the face of the desk. Upon closer investigation, is the crude words "closing time" written over and over and over and over, completely covering the desk.
There's more writing over here.
Man, this guy was really obsessed with, when the bar closed and getting everybody out of here. Like making them finish their whiskey and beer.
Maybe we should find out what time the bar usually closes.
Well, they couldn't stay here, that's for sure. What's going on with these books? Maybe one will give us a clue on what the hell this is about.
The books on the shelves are almost completely waterlogged and severely damaged.
Oh, man, I was hoping they'd have some new drawings in these or something.
It's not Play Goblin, okay?
I read it for the articles. It's way better than Pent Elf. Magic Dan ain't particular.
Cam, you open the door to the master bedroom. Although quite bare, it's in decent condition. The windows are intact, and the four-posted canopy bed is moldy and covered in vermin droppings, and some cobwebs, but salvageable. A large, dusty mirror hangs on the north wall. Marks on the wall indicate it was probably much better furnished at one time.
I think I'm going to go take a look at the bed and see how long it would take me to clean this and just get immediately to it.
It smells like rat piss.
I need a new mattress. And, I'll walk around the room and appreciate that this is now my room. Cam is, for sure, this is where he is sleeping. And I'm going to make my way out of the room and just say, hey, guys, I found my room.
There's still a bathroom that's yet to be explored. It's on the third floor where you are at.
Ooh, indoor plumbing.
Go check it out, Dan.
Oh, yes, I'll give it a shot. I've had a pee since the yawning portal.
The ceiling has partially collapsed in this room, covering the floor in debris and leaves. The northeast corner holds a wide clawfoot tub, half filled with dark water, and hosts a small variety of aquatic plants and insects.
Well, definitely pulling the cork out of this thing. And I reach into the tub to, pull out the cork.
You reach into the tub, and your hand gets stuck, and it begins to burn. I need you to roll initiative. Magic Dan, you reach your hand into the tub, and you begin to feel it burning as a gray slime crawls up your arm and begins pulling you into the tub. It rolls an 18 to hit. Does that hit you?
Yes. Son of a bitch, bastard!
You take 6 points of damage.
Help me, fellas, this thing's got my dang hand. Holy crap, somebody get somebody! Mussolini, help!
It begins burning very, very bad and pulling you into the tub.
It's gonna dust me. Holy shit, fellas!
You're up, Magic Dan. What would you like to do?
With my free hand, I'm gonna cast Firebolt on it.
Okay, make an attack roll.
8.
That is just enough to hit it.
9 damage.
You blast it with fire, and you realize this tub is full of water, so it nullifies the damaging effect a little bit.
That didn't work. Somebody help!
Cam, you are nearby. What would you like to do?
It's going to take me a second to realize that he's actually yelling for help and not just freaking out a little bit over the state of the, the place we're staying in. I'll run my way over, and I am going to look to... You said it's almost an ooze coming out of the...
It's in the tub.
Okay.
And yes, it does look like an ooze crawling up his arm, pulling him into the tub.
I'm going to look to it and say, it would have been better if someone drained you a long time ago. And I'm going to hit it with an unsettling words and a vicious mockery.
What the fuck does all that mean?
So unsettling words means I roll my bardic dice, and he subtracts 5 from his next roll. He needs to make a wisdom save now for my vicious mockery.
He gets a 10.
Okay, so he fails, so he takes 2 damage and disadvantage on his next attack roll. I just want to make sure he's not hitting my boy no more.
You somehow do damage to this oozy thing.
Just hurt his feelings.
Tay, you're up.
Dan, you all right? What's going on?
Oh, this damn thing's got my arm tied. Oh, my God.
I'll run into the bathroom, shove my staff into the tub, and cast Witch Bolt. at second level.
Okay.
24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Wild magic,
Yes.
3 for 20 damage.
Jesus Christ. That was at second level? Yes. So you take your staff, shove it into the tub. You hear this sizzling and popping, not just from Dan's arm being deteriorated, but your staff being deteriorated. I need Magic Dan to make a dexterity saving throw.
A 3.
What did you roll?
20 total.
You take 10 points of lightning damage.
Sorry!
The ooze begins electrifying the tub, and after a moment, it is charred and cindered, and this oozy substance floats to the top of the water like oil.
I think I got it.
I hope you did. Oh, my God.
A little shocking.
Definitely, I don't have time for puns. I imagine Magic Dan's, like, hair and beard are just, like, stuck out, like, real hard. Feller, does anybody have a healing potion or something?
Oh, it's fine. And I'm going to look to him and I'm going to say, you should feel better. And I'm going to hit him with a healing word.
Well, I'm convinced. I feel a little better, but I'm also in a ton of pain. Oh, my God. Where the hell is Volvo? Because I'm going to go scream myself hoarse at him.
I've been right here the whole time. I can't believe that happened.
What the fuck was in this tub, you maniac?
I didn't do this. I've barely even looked at the place.
Well, you should have looked at it. There's monsters in the tub.
Why did you stick your arm in there?
I was going to let the water out. I didn't think there'd be damn monsters in a house in the city. My God.
And you don't have some sort of invention for that?
I'm going to make one now.
Why is your beard all fucking weird?
Tay, who did save my life, but God, it just electrocuted the shit out of me.
That's what that smell was.
Yeah.
You're going to see Tay looking at his staff. Not my staff.
And I'm going to be looking at my hand. It's like, oh, my God, I got most of the top layer of my skin. Oh, that's going to be raw and weird for days.
Maybe we should go look for some potions for your hand.
Yeah, let's just go look for potions or something to get the hell out of this place. Because I'm pretty sure there's still a ghost.
Is this better than your caravan?
Honestly? Kind of.
Well, that's a plus.
Yeah, you know what? We could sell the caravan and... sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still in a lot of pain. We could probably sell the caravan and use the money to fix the place up and hunt the rest of the god dang monsters in this place. And I just, like, kick a shelf or something out of anger.
Tay, you realize this means your room is the attic.
Okay.
Are you all happy with the place?
I don't know, Volvo. Why don't you come over by this window real fast? Just want to show you something.
Maybe we just walk around the neighborhood and say, fuck the house for a little bit. It's been a day.
Yeah, it's been a bit much because tub monsters are a thing.
Well, now that my hangover has worn off and we've almost died, I say we should get some lunch.
Who's buying?
L?
I have 1 gold piece.
I have it, Renaer will say.
Thank you.
You're beginning to look a lot like us, L. The pores?
Yeah, you're broke too.
It's not funny.
Renaer can't help but chuckle.
Not cool.
It's hilarious.
You make your way back out of Troll Skull Manor.
And then once I get on the porch, I'm like, hold on, I'm going to fix this. And I'm going to cast Mending on the sign so it actually hangs properly.
Absolutely. That works just fine.
L, you could do magic this whole time?
You've seen me do magic.
I've seen your attempts at magic.
I saved Durnan.
Did you?
He fell in a hole and almost died.
He climbed out. This is magic. This is Dan's kind of thing. I didn't know you could do this too.
Yeah, my parents are famous wizards.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense.
My father-in-law was a famous wizard.
Maybe I can learn something from them.
Probably not.
Come on, Meowselina, don't hang around this house. I don't want to get snacked up by some sort of sink monster or something.
Meowselina can attack the rats that have been living here, though.
He can do that later, and who knows? These rats might have weapons or something. We don't know.
As you make your way out into Troll Skull Alley, you will notice a couple of shops in the alley. Across the street from Troll Skull Manor is a stately 3-story townhouse, the 3rd floor of which has been converted into a greenhouse. Its translucent glass walls allow anyone on the street to see the rainbow of flowers blossoming within. The parlor of this home appears to be a small shop with a sign that reads Coralon's Crown in elegant filigree, in common and in Elvish.
This is a beautiful shop. We should see who does their contracting work.
Yeah, we should see if they have any ointments for, like, most of the skin layers on your hand getting removed.
We'll get to your hand, but I'm more worried about the house. Yeah, I think I'd be, like, very passionately walking towards the door, saying, like, this is the nice part of town. Like, we're on the up.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. The North Ward is, like, old money. So this is where the really nice estates are and stuff like that. The Sea Ward is more for new money. There is a ring of bells that announce your presence as you open the door to the shop. You will see a series of flowers and different kinds of plants hanging from the rafters, and remedies and potions lying about on shelves. You will see a elvish woman, slender. She has long blonde hair that is put up into pigtails, and she sits cross-legged sipping some tea. When you enter, she puts the tea down, hops up, puts her hands on her hips, and says, "Howdy there, folks. Welcome to Coralon's Crown."
Well, hello, neighbor.
Neighbor.
Yeah, we just moved in across the street.
Really now? Well, it's just so darn peachy to meet you. I'm Daisy May.
Well, I am Cam, and these are your other new neighbors, and I'm going to like gesture around to have you introduce yourselves.
I'd shake your hand, but I'm missing a bunch of layers of skin on this one, and I don't know if I want to touch anybody with it.
Boy, howdy, that does look rough.
You wouldn't happen to have any sort of salves or herbs that I could like?
Why don't you let me go get you something?
Oh, thank you. You're the best.
Real quick before that, though, who did the work on this place? It's a beautiful establishment.
Oh, I'm not quite sure. My mother and my father set it up for me.
If you know of any good contractors in the area, let us know.
Absolutely. So, wait, you've moved into Troll Skull? She gets a sort of grim look on her face, but she quickly covers it up with a smile. I've seen some right strange happenings in that house late at night. Could have been squatters, or could be you got yourselves a boggle infestation.
A boggle infestation?
Yeah, absolutely. Cam, you have heard of boggles before. They're a type of fey creature. She will explain. Boggles are tiny little troublesome fey creatures. They love stirring up a ruckus in folks' homes, causing all sorts of trouble just for the fun of it.
I feel like I would have known if there were boggles in the house, though. I haven't seen any of the familiar markings.
Well, all I know is I seen something.
Something strange in the neighborhood?
Dude.
Yeah, you're cut off.
We'll keep our eye out for it, but, thank you for the information on that. What do you normally just sell here? This is a beautiful place.
I sell all kinds of potions, salves, herbs, anything medicinal you could need.
You have a beautiful greenhouse.
Thank you. I work very hard on it.
Yeah, my parents have a greenhouse.
Do they? It can't be as nice as the Green Manor.
Well, they're the Famalins.
Oh, you mean it is the Green Manor? Oh, well, boy, howdy. I can't believe I'm meeting a Famalin. She'll bow to you. This is just such a lovely day.
It's lovelier now because of you, thank you.
It's my pleasure, really.
Yeah, speaking of which, did you have a salve for my arm?
Right, I'll get right on that. She will turn around and begin stirring through medicines and salves and stuff like that, and she'll come back with a jar, a little bit bigger than a baby food jar, that has a sort of cloth lid on it, and she'll pop that off. Put some of this on here.
Oh, God, it feels so good. Oh, it tingles. Oh, it's so good, thank God. Oh, and you are the best.
Well, you're just quite welcome.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I'll give you that one on the house.
Oh, you're the best, eh? And if you ever need some, practical magic done around here, pew, I'm your guy.
Well, maybe I would. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
And I take one of the vibrating stones and I kind of set it.
It clicks on, and she sort of, oh my, gee heavens, what is this for?
I don't know. It's good for muscle massaging or any sort of thing.
Well, I just have no idea what this could be for. And she slowly slides it into her pocket. You will see, in this shop, if you take a look around, generic hair salves, medicine, headache medicine, stuff like that. You also see a couple of potions of animal friendship, climbing, healing, greater healing, water breathing, but they are pricey.
No, I think I'd start making my way out of the shop.
Well, have a right happy day.
I'll put in a good word with my family as well.
It's always pleasure meeting a Famalin.
And I'll bow down to her.
She returns it and sort of fans herself.
Oh, man, El, that lady seemed to like you a lot.
So you're kind of a big deal, huh?
My family's a big deal.
There are 4 more shops located in this alley. There is one with a small wooden sign that has a large crooked nail in it, and that's the sign. There is a detached building. Some of these buildings are like part of apartments and stuff like that. One of a detached building has smoke and stuff rising out of it, and a blue and red sign. On the red side, it says steam, and on the blue side, it says steel in opposing colors in like a yin-yang sort of thing. Steam and steel. There is another store that has just multicolored rainbow of stucco and banners and all kinds of stuff. There is a huge sign that reads storefronts, storefront. And the last place, some of you would recognize, there's a couple of them within the city. It's the Zephyr Post. It is a rookery as well as a postal service within the city.
Well, Dan, you seemed really excited. We should go to the Steam and Steel.
Smoke rises from a chimney and bellows from the windows of this place. Upon entry, the air is thick with the scent of hot metal and burning coal. The floor of this chamber is painted half blue and half red. Shelves line the wall behind the blue counter, cluttered with metallic weapons and armor, as well as a few tools and horseshoes. On the red side is a curtain covering an archway that leads to the forge in the back. You do not currently see anyone in here, but hear the constant ting of a blacksmith in the back.
Hello?
There is a rustling and some grumbling, and the curtain is pulled back from the forge, and entering the room is a dwarf man. He has on a tight red tunic, and his head is on fire. He has a beard made of fire and hair that flicks off the top of his head made of fire, and he has this reddish-colored skin with huge leather gloves on and a hammer. Hey, what do you want?
Oh, hey, feller. I noticed you're some type of forge and steaming place and stuff. You're doing all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, we make fucking armor, fucking weapons, fucking metal forging, fucking locksmithing, you name it.
All right. Well, I got an idea for a whole new type of cannon, and I think you're just the feller to help me out make it.
After a moment, there is a figure coming down the stairs that lead to an apartment above. Descending down the stairs is a lithe figure. He's tall like an elf and has these pointy blue ears, but cascading down the side of his head is water hair. And he has these sort of motes of water that float around his head. He's very tall and lanky. And he says, "Oh, Embrick, we have guests. We have customers. Why didn't you tell me we have customers?" And this dwarf guy's like, "They just fucking well met. My name is Avi, and this is my husband, Embrick. Welcome to the Steam and Steel. Embrick, are those your gloves on the counter?" Embrick will, this fire-haired dwarf will be like, "Not this shit again. I do apologize for my husband, excuse me. He must have forgotten his manners. We talked about this, Embrick. Forgive my husband. He must have forgotten to take the stick out of his fucking ass this morning. Oh, my heavens. I'm so sorry." And they begin to devolve into this back and forth argument, completely forgetting that you're there at all. Avi, I fucking told you can't keep
time out,
talking
fellas.
about
Time
Ma
out.
like that.
Okay, well, I'm going to come back when they're not about to have a domestic dispute.
Oh, I know what she's saying behind your back.
So why don't we just go ahead and bounce and go to that bent nail place?
As you make your way towards the next shop, you pass a small house that is painted completely black with red shutters. The door, too, is made of dark, dark wood. And painted on the door is a red and yellow cat's eye.
Hey, Dan, they have a cat's eye. You kind of got a cat thing going.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool, right? Let's go see what's going on in this joint.
Yep, I'm going to go in. I'm going to see if I can pick the lock open.
I'm going to knock on the door.
You knock on the door as Elle is getting out their thieves' tools, and the door slowly creaks open. And looming large in the doorway is a pale-skinned human wearing a rough-looking suit. He will lean down to the group of you. Do you have an appointment?
An appointment for what?
With Master Trench.
Yes.
Name?
L.
Hold, please. And the door slams shut, and you will hear it lock behind him. A few moments later, the door opens, and the same imposing figure is standing in the doorway. Master Trench does not have an appointment with you.
Well, who usually takes down those appointments? Maybe they messed up. We're for sure on the books today.
Have a nice day.
How do we make an appointment?
Slam! The door shuts.
What an asshole.
Yeah, that guy kind of sucks, but, let's just leave this place alone.
Maybe we should go ask around about Mr. Trench.
He told us to pretty much screw, so I say we go ahead and turn that way.
You don't want to go in there?
Kinda absolutely not.
Fine.
Curiosity killed the cat, as they say. Isn't that right, Meowsly? That's why you're not so curious. How did you write? Boop. All right, on your nose.
The last place that you have nearby is storefront's storefront. This multicolored, rainbow, and gaudy storefront.
Elle, do you shop here?
No. Yes. I'll walk into storefront.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, I like all the colors.
Yeah, let's see what this place is about. We should get to know the neighbors.
Yeah, I mean, it's the last stop on the tour, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, until we get to lay down in our awesome beds.
You step into storefront's storefront, and that's where we'll end the session tonight. Thank you to Hoodie Cat Game Lounge for letting us record here. Remember, Friday night is open board game night. Come on, play games with your friends or strangers. Please consider becoming a patron of our Patreon. We have some great content on there and even more to come. Also, thank you so much for listening. I'm Dungeon Lord Jay, and this has been Quest.
So yeah, Dan, did you see that plate that hit the wall?
Sometimes plates hit walls.
Did you throw it?
No,
You've been spicy lately. I mean, it's okay. You can say you threw the plate.
I didn't break it though. I swear.
You threw a plate, and now you're trying to cover it up for it, but like a
No,
mysterious...
I didn't.
A mysterious force threw a plate. Oh, my God.
Sometimes my mom throws plates at Dad.
That's it. That's it right there. We're not getting better than that.
Attention all game enthusiasts. Looking for a place where board games and tabletop adventures come alive? Introducing Hoodie Cat Game Lounge. Whether you're painting the finest miniatures or seeking thrilling adventures in our dungeon-inspired game room, we've got the perfect setting. Gathering with friends for some friendly competition is so easy at Hoodie Cat Game Lounge. For just $5, try out any game in our expansive collection. And if you love it, we'll take $5 off the sale price. It's a win-win. Imagine the sounds of dice rolling, card shuffling, and tokens moving across the board. Every unexpected turn of the game makes these meetups memorable, transforming an ordinary evening into an unforgettable one. Hoodie Cat Game Lounge is located in the heart of the Centerpoint shops at Tanger Outlets in North Charleston. So pull up a chair at Hoodie Cat Game Lounge, where your next adventure awaits.